Hi friends, how are you today? As you know, I love books, I love good stories, and I love sharing them with you. And I have such a good one today, I'm so excited. It's called Goldfish on Vacation. It is written by Sally Lloyd-Jones, and the pictures are by Espinosa. Have you heard of goldfish taking a vacation before? I hadn't, but this story is one not to miss. Okay, let's get started. Sometimes it's hard being a goldfish. You dream of growing fat and exploring coral reefs, but instead, here you are in a bowl, going round and round in circles. And sometimes it's hard being a child in the summer in the city. All your friends leave and there's no one to play with. You dream of escaping the steamy heat too, but instead, here you are in an apartment going round and round in circles. But sometimes, well, something happens to change all that. Goldfish on vacation. In a small apartment, in a tall round building, by a park, next to a river, in the middle of a big city, there lived 3 children, H, little O, and baby M. In a small bowl, next to a lamp, beside the curtains, in a small apartment, there lived 3 goldfish, Barracuda, Patch, and Fizz. An old fountain stood at the end of their street. It was broken and covered in ivy. No one used it anymore except to throw garbage in. Ugh. But the children thought it was beautiful. On top of the fountain, there perched, as if he had just landed or was about to fly off, a magnificent stone eagle with outstretched wings. Grandpa said the same people who built the famous Grand Central Station built the fountain, and in the olden days before cars, horses drank from it. But when people got cars, they didn't need horses or the fountain, and they stopped taking care of it. The children felt sad for the fountain and the eagle. Then, one early summer day, a sign appeared. You see all that garbage and trash in there? Ugh. Here's the sign. Hamilton Fountain Water Garden, coming in 2 weeks. Calling all goldfish, looking for a summer home. The children rushed home to tell their fish, "You're going on vacation!" Barracuda stared with his big fish eyes. Fizz blew big fist bubbles. And Patch sank slowly down to the bottom of the bowl. "See," H said, "they can't wait." Grandpa rushed into the kitchen, and on the big calendar on the wall next to June 28th, he wrote, "Goldfish on vacation." But the children didn't need a calendar to remember. They were already counting the days. Every morning they rushed to the window, and so did Grandpa. You see them there in there? Yeah. And every morning they watched a man at the fountain. What is he doing? All that trash? One morning he was cleaning. The next morning he was scrubbing and scraping. Another morning he pulled ivy off the eagle and filled the fountain with clear, cold water. He put in tall reeds and then lily pads. And then one morning, the children couldn't see him. They couldn't see him because, why do you think? Because of all the children. The children and children and children crowding around him. All of them waiting to drop off their little fish children. Oh my goodness. Do you see them all with their bowls? It's today, shouted H, little O, and baby M. And it was. In no time, they were making their way slowly down the big staircase and out the front door. Grandpa leading the way, then little O with her net, and baby M with the fish food, and then H with the bowl, and Barracuda and Patch and Fizz in a wonderful goldfish parade. Out on the street, everywhere they looked, there were goldfish parents, just like them with their goldfish. When it at last was their turn at the fountain, H, baby M, and little O told their fish goodbye. And see you soon, and don't be homesick. Then the man helped them lower the bowl under water. At first, the fish hung back in the bowl until, in a flash of light, they darted and were gone. Oh, the water shone in the shadows of the eagle's wings, and the children saw, glistening in the sunlight, swimming in the clear, cool pool, like sudden glimpses of hidden treasures, fish after golden fish. All through the summer, H, little O, and baby M stopped by to say hello to their goldfish, and so did the other goldfish parents. Soon all the children looked forward to meeting each other at the fountain. Every day they played together, and every day Grandpa came and put his chair down and chatted with the children who sat and listened. And he told them stories of those hot August days long ago when he was a boy, and how all the children who couldn't leave the city would jump and splash in the fountain. And then the children wished that they were those children jumping in. Wouldn't that be fun? Before they knew it, it was the end of summer. The man told the goldfish parents that the only way to catch their fish was to go in the fountain, to wade in the water with their nets. And so all the children took off their sandals and then jumped and splashed and laughed in the fountain. Look at them all. And then Grandpa took off his sandals and rolled up his trousers and paddled. And he said it was like those days long ago when he was a boy. Oh, they look pretty happy, don't they? The children could hardly even recognize their goldfish. They looked like completely different fish. Are they really our fish? Asked little O as they headed home. Oh, yes, I'm absolutely certain they're our fish, said Grandpa, who really wasn't at all certain they were. They look so fat and happy, said H. Of course, said Grandpa. That's what a vacation will do for you. Anyway, who says you have to leave the city to have a vacation? And the children laughed because they knew it was true. And so did the goldfish, who may have been Barracuda and Patch and Fizz, or some other goldfish altogether, and went back to being fish in the bowl. And the children went back to being children in school. Until next summer, when Hamilton Fountain would once again be filled with lily pads and reeds and shining water and golden fish. And children! Oh my goodness, look at them all. Isn't that a fun story? But wait, there's a note from the author in the back of the book. And it said, this is a true story that happened in New York City over the summers of 1992 to 2005. The fountain is on Riverside Drive and 76th Street. It's called Hamilton Fountain after Robert Ray Hamilton, who gave it to New York. Actually, he was the great-grandson of a very famous Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton, a founding father of the United States. The man who came to clean the fountain was called Brad, a volunteer with the Riverside Park Conservatory. The all-round building is famous because the artist Marc Chagall lived there for about 10 years in the 1940s. He loved it for its wonderful light. The three children and their goldfish and their grandpa were inspired by my nieces and nephews. This is the authors. And their goldfish and granddad. But I made up the part about them living in New York. They all live in England. I didn't make up any of the other bits, though, I promise. So you see, it's a completely true, made-up story. In 2009, someone gave money for the fountain to be restored, and at last, it was. And that is the fabulous, true, made-up story of Goldfish on Vacation. I hope you liked it as much as I do. I wonder if you have any goldfish that might want to go on a vacation. I would like to go to New York and see that fountain. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, friends, I hope you're having a great day. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.